Transparency International Malaysia says Malaysia is going through an integrity crisis. The country saw a lower score of 47 in its 2017 Corruption Perception Index, slipping 7 places to number 62 out of 180 countries. This is Malaysia's worst score in 5 years and the lowest ranking since the index was introduced in 1994. Back in 2016, Malaysia stood at number 55 with a score of 49. Transparency International Malaysia President Akbar Sata says issues surrounding 1MDB, SRC International, as well as the FGV scandal and the conviction of Rafizi Ramli for whistleblowing contributed to Malaysia's slip in ranking. He adds that in order to convince the rakyat, the government has to show their integrity, confess to weaknesses, rectify problems, and don't lie with these statistics. And that the government must make sure they are clean and want to be clean. PM Najib says, unlike his predecessor, he doesn't like tolls, which he has promised to abolish tolls whenever possible if Putrajaya has the money for it. To do that, he wants to unravel some of the earlier decisions made by previous administrations, which are not in the interest to the people. Najib explained during a sharing session on Budget 2018 today that's why the Pan-Borneo Highway will not have tolls and why he decided to abolish toll collections for Batu Tiga, Sungai Rasau, Bukit Kayu Hitam, and Eastern Dispersal Link routes. Najib says the government is listening to the people and that unpopular but necessary measures like GST and other taxes benefited the people in the end as the funds were channeled back to Malaysians. He lamented that it's not easy to be Prime Minister as he has to anguish over making a tough decision knowing it is the right one. Public Bank saw its fourth quarter results improve marginally, pushing its full-year earnings to a fresh record. Net profit grew by 0.18% to almost 1.49 billion. Top line increased 5.2% to 5.35 billion ringgit. The group declared a dividend of 34 cents per share. As for the full year, net profit came in at 5.47 billion ringgit, up 5% from a year ago. Meanwhile, revenue rose 3.7% from 20.1 billion ringgit to some 20.9 billion. Public Bank says its earnings was mainly supported by continued loans and customer deposit growth, coupled with stable asset quality. Chairman Teh Hong Piao expects the banking sector outlook to be generally stable this year. He says the group's key strategic focus remains growing fee-based revenue. Darby Plantation saw its latest quarterly net profit rise 34.5% on the back of higher earnings from its upstream operations and reduced finance costs. Second quarter net profit grew to 429 million ringgit. Revenue climbed 4.1% to 4.09 billion, up from 3.93 billion previously. It declared a dividend of 3.5 cents a share. MD Muhammad Baki Saleh is very encouraged by the group's performance following its listing exercise back in November 2017. Overall, he expects operating performance for FY18 to be satisfactory. In a separate filing with Bursa Malaysia today, the group also announced that it will change its financial year end from June 30th to December 31st, beginning this July. CEO of think tank Ideas, Wan Saiful Wanjan, will be leaving the organisation at the end of this month. Ideas did not reveal where Wan Saiful is headed to, but Malaysia Kini reported speculation is rife that he might be contesting in the upcoming general election. Citing Pakatan Harapan sources, the portal reports Wan Saiful would join Parti Pribumi Bersatu Malaysia, which is held by former Premier Mahathir Mohamad and ex-DPM Muhyiddin Yassin. Meanwhile, current Director of Research Ali Salman has been appointed as Ideas acting CEO. Wan Saiful did not say where he was going, but he describes his next move as one that he must take now or he will regret it forever. He says that when he left a relatively comfortable life in the UK in 2009 to come back and set up Ideas, he had not much more than just a passion to make a difference. And now it's time to take the same risk again to bring that same passion to a wider audience. Under his leadership, Ideas grew from just 2 people with a seed funding of 500,000 ringgit into a team of 24 employees on its payroll today, with an annual income of over 3 million ringgit.